This is Concord Hospital's ICU, confronting and very real. A dad from Putney, a mum from Greenacre. Tonight, for our health's sake, listen to their stories.
Not again. It's for real.
Plus exclusive, a vaccine skeptics brush with death inside Westmead Hospital.
It can't happen to me, but you know what? It can happen to you.
Also tonight, winter's last blast delivers heavy snow and cyclonic winds. He kept the beat for the Rolling Stones for half a century, our tribute to Charlie Watts. And police investigate Dragons recruit George Burgess for an alleged roadside altercation.
This is 9 News with Peter Overton.
Good evening. 919 new cases today, our highest number yet in an outbreak that has destroyed the lives of thousands of people across our state. Tonight, you'll hear from 3 of them. A father of 6, a single mother, a young man, all fighting COVID at Concord Hospital, telling us in their own words what it feels like.
We've seen inside the ICUs, COVID patients struggling on ventilators. Now Lucy Morgan, a lung specialist at Concord Hospital, has made it personal.
And some of the stories that I heard in my most recent weekend in the wards were really heartbreaking.
This is 50-year-old Fawaz, a construction worker from Putney and father of 6.
I don't know how I caught this virus, and I'm not doing too well at the moment. I did well yesterday, but today I went really bad. My fever, the headache, my breathing.
One of the things that really struck me was how many of my patients were really young. They're in their 20s, they're in their 30s, they're in their 40s. Many have very small children.
Are you the only person in your family who's caught COVID?
No, all my family's got it.
Your kids as well as your wife, huh?
Yes, they all got it. My daughter is coming admitted to hospital in the next hour. She's not feeling too good either. She's getting dizzy and her heart rate's too high, and she's finding it hard to breathe. Yeah. So please get vaccinated. I wish I did it beforehand.
Ramona is a single mum of 2 kids. She works in a pharmacy in Greenacre. A few days short of her second dose, she caught the virus.
This is real, and this is for, Australia, the whole of Australia. All I can think about is my children that I haven't seen in a very long time. And this is for them.
It's had a really huge impact on your family. You're not able to look after your kids at the moment.
I haven't been working, I'm a single mum. It's not easy.
35-year-old tradie Osama from Lakemba, his wife has also been in ICU with COVID.
Can you remember how sick you felt at the worst of it?
It was close to death. It was pretty sick.
And what were the main symptoms for you, mate?
Well, shortness in breath, something attacking the lungs. It was harsh. There was fever. There was headaches. Combination of things you don't want to experience.
Crushing his body, tearing apart his family.
Oh, it's terrible. I've got my kids, somewhere in Westmead. I've got my wife in another hospital. I'm in another hospital. It's separated us, and
it's been really
hasn't
rough.
been easy. Yeah, hasn't been easy.
Ramona, Fawaz and Osama, just 3 people who are surviving thanks to a hospital system that is now caring for 645 COVID patients. 113 of those are now in intensive care.
If ever there was a reason for you to think about getting vaccinated today, please, I'd urge you to listen to Ramona, listen to Fawaz, and listen to Osama.
Please take care of yourselves. It's not a game. It's for real.
Mark Burrows, 9 News.
The state's high COVID case numbers have led to a new plea tonight. Only get tested if you need to, because it's causing delays in the system. The virus has also claimed another 2 lives. One, a young mother from Western Sydney.
Yaneta Isako was just 30, a mother of 3 at home in Emerton, battling COVID. She died on Monday. Her husband, Sarko, is in hospital with COVID. Family, friends are now caring for the children.
It's just tragic. The guy's 30-something, she was only 30, and now he's fighting for his life in the Perth hospital. There's nothing much to say except it's tragic.
Dealing with COVID at home is increasingly common. Peter McGuinn has it. New South Wales Health keeping in contact, even sending equipment to monitor his oxygen levels.
You get really sick. It is absolutely awful. The initial bit is very much tiredness. You want to lie down. You ache in your joints.
For others, it's much worse.
If you have COVID-19 and you feel breathless, you have trouble breathing, or you're feeling dizzy, you need to call an ambulance. An ambulance is free. Your medical care will be free.
Other severe symptoms include migraine-like headache, severe coughing and intense fatigue.
If anybody is at home with symptoms this severe, they need to call an ambulance. Don't ring up and make a GP appointment.
The 919 new cases today, a jump of 166 on yesterday, as well as Yaneta Isako, a man in his 80s, died in Hornsby Hospital. And again today from the Premier, the new strategy on show, glossing over case numbers and talking up vaccination rates.
No matter what the case numbers are doing, when you hit those high rates of vaccination, you're giving everybody protection. You're reducing the chance of the spread and you're keeping people out of hospital.
With almost 150,000 people getting tested yesterday, the stresses are continuing to show, with results taking days longer.
If you are just getting a COVID test for the sake of it, you don't have symptoms, you've not been exposed, you're not in an area of concern, please do not use those scarce testing resources, because we need to get the turnaround times for tests down as soon as possible.
Regional New South Wales also remains a concern. In the west of the state, 49 new cases, 35 of them in Dubbo. In the far west, 6 new cases in Wilcannia, 1 in Broken Hill. There were 8 in Illawarra Shoalhaven and 4 in Hunter, New England, 1 on the Central Coast. COVID has also been detected in sewage in Batto Bay, Toukley and Merimbula. And while there are no cases in those areas, it is a warning sign for a state on edge. Eddie Meyer, 9 News.
Well, as COVID numbers surge, health authorities are under greater strain than ever before to keep up with positive cases. Sophie Walsh is with me in the studio tonight. Sophie, what are we hearing?